Alright, this arena run shows off a pretty cool strat involving Raccoon and taking Action Figure. So Action Figure is one of the hard mode debuffs, and it adds Coconut for every tier that you're on. So once you hit tier 5 and above, you give the entire enemy team Coconut. Normally, this is almost like a never take because it is absolutely tragic for your team. Giving them all Coconuts is a huge advantage, and yeah, try to avoid it at all costs, except if you happen to go with Raccoon or Hedgehog, and it actually works out very well because you can steal the coconut with the raccoon, and it's just beautiful to see. You really don't get to see like stealing coconut ever. I guess you could do it if you face a gorilla, but it's just such a fun combo. And thanks to someone who suggested it in the comments, there's a whole bunch of cool little combos that you can do with the debuffs. A lot of like hurt build synergies as well, like with Camel, Rock Thrower. One that I also get to show off in this run though is actually Boots with a Sabretooth, which is a very interesting little combo. It actually can go infinitely, or as long as your Sabretooth lives. If you get a lemon, then it'll have to take like 6 damage every time. But because it summons something, then the boots, and that when that summon dies, the boot will activate again and summon another thing, and then the boot will activate again and summon another thing. So it keeps going until the Sabretooth dies. But it's a little bit tricky to get the scaling on the Sabretooth, and it also means you have to put it in the back. And but once something actually faints, yeah, then the ability gets to go off, and that's pretty cool. This start though is just absolutely beautiful. This is like the classic pack 3 start. Have double clownfish and then a pug for a level up on the bluebird. That's just going to be a ton of stats here. And instantly a 9-8 bluebird. Still might lose this round. Yeah, I do. Little unfortunate. Also, using the underwater background. After some deliberation, I think the underwater background is just the best one. It looks very cool and unique, and I just triple clownfish. That's a solid +6/+6 buff right there. That is amazing to see. And then, too bad I only have 5 gold because I'm not really sure what to do with it. Just take the pill, and then next turn, I guess I'll take the lobster and the squirrel, and that is going to be pretty helpful. And then positioning, the raccoon's kind of weak right now, so just going with strongest in front. From the attempts that I've done, most of the time the teams don't have equipment at this point, as you can see with this team. It's pretty rare that it actually does anything. And yeah, so not really too helpful. It's only helpful in the late game when everything starts to have like lemon or melon or steak, stuff like that. Peppers. Actually, stealing peppers is beautiful as well. If you have 1 HP and then you just steal a bunch of peppers, that can sometimes happen, and that is just perfect. But of course, coconuts is the best possible thing to steal. What could possibly be better? Alright, so there's action figure. Pretty nice. That is a turn 7, so it's going to give 4 things coconut, which means that the front unit is not going to have coconut. So as long as the raccoon doesn't die to the front unit, should be okay. I could maybe like go with a just bluebird in front and then raccoon second if I really wanted to. And just rolling for a pill there. That was very important to get level 2. Also, of course, going to get the early monkey from putting the banana on. And now I want to buff the raccoon, so just go ahead and put you in front. And this has been the majority of the runs, just been scaling the raccoon with the monkeys from the early banana pills, and it's been working out like fairly well. Sometimes it is pretty useless, and I found that a lot of times I actually just want to put like equipment on it anyway, because so many teams don't have anything. Just putting a lemon on you is generally pretty helpful. But here we go, the coconut starts. It actually stole a melon that time, but luckily did not get killed through melon, and a solid little win right there. And I can go straight for the level 3 raccoon. That's the problem here, is that I don't actually have level 3 raccoon. But I can go double raccoon, I guess. At least steal the coconut away, which can be quite beneficial. And yeah, I mean, it's just beautiful to see. It's such a nice little combo that exists. And really, like, I do think action figures should be nerfed to just, like, probably melons. And that way, in the super late game, it's actually very much worth taking because most things will already have good equipment. And so just giving everything melon probably won't be too much of an issue. But it's still going to be pretty tricky to deal with. I just think that at the current moment, you rarely want to take action figure. You also pretty rarely want to take boots, I feel like, just because it spirals out of control so fast. And then, of course, boomerang is like almost a never take. And in the late game, like taking pen or weakness is also really, really bad. It's a little better with Raccoon because it can just steal something and then gets rid of the weakness. But that was a solid win right there. Dodgeball it's pretty tricky. Like occasionally it's not that bad, but sometimes when you go against a sniper team, if they have like a dolphin or a croc or something, you just kind of get screwed over because then it's killing something that's the third weakest on your team or even the fourth weakest on your team, and then at that point you just feel like you have like no chance at winning. But another blobfish pill with a banana on it and another monkey, and the monkey scaling just gets pretty crazy. Getting plus 6 plus 9 this turn should get to 50-50 pretty quickly here. Already at a 37-42. And there's not much that can cheese out a level 3 big raccoon. Because even if they have like a scorpion in the front, oh, taking that chili was awesome. Actually, taking that croissant kind of sucked. And if I had level 2 raccoon there, I might have won. But sometimes, that just happens, I guess. And yeah, melon, why not? I guess yeah, if they don't have any equipment or equipment on like the second thing, you can still get the melon value and then you can steal the next thing. So it actually is still kind of worth it to put equipment on the raccoon. And gonna take the level 2 monkey, or I mean I could just take the level 3 monkey since I actually don't really need the stats anymore, and I get a whole bunch of stats on this monkey. It's now a 1919. And then Sabretooth, why not try to go for it just in case? It can also work with like, I mean, someone suggested bowling ball as Sabretooth. Unfortunately, I don't think bowling ball shows up past tier 5 and above. It might show up on tier 4. I'm not actually sure. I know it shows up on tier 3 for sure. But there's another chocolate, so I guess I'll just take that. It's pretty much a 2 gold chocolates when I buy the alpaca there. And there's instant level 2. And there's a crow that will actually be level 3 Sabretooth next turn. And getting another 4/4 plus the +1/+1 for all the chocolates and stuff. But yeah, 49.50 raccoon, looking really nice. And I wish I could have found action figure again. Stealing those melons was really amazing. Yo-Yo just going to cause me to get draws, but I don't really mind draws too much. And there's the boot. So here we go, the Sabretooth plus the boot. Can it actually work? The problem is, it deals a lot of damage. 10 damage is difficult to deal with. And even though I get all those buffs, it's still only 19 HP, which means it's only going to survive 1 boot hit. And that is pretty sad. So, and then the spawns will also die because they're only, oh wait, no, they're 24/24s. Okay. But not going to be able to win that one. Also, the boot is randomly bugged where it will also hit the opponent's team on the last one, which I guess is slightly beneficial, but still really a tough thing to deal with. And if you go summons and you get boots, then you are obviously going to be absolutely screwed and no chance in winning there. Melon, I could just try to direct the buffs to the Sabretooth here, which is what I tried to do. So now hopefully it'll get enough stats, maybe get even 28/28 so that it could survive a bunch of boot hits. I would love to see it just like chain so much. I don't have a lemon on it, but if I'm going Stego, of course I can't take that. Okay, stealing a bunch of 1-ups from a summon team is pretty nice. And the Sabretooth's getting kind of sniped, but can't really summon anything. There we go, summons at 24/24. But all those snipes just made it so the boot one-shot it. Didn't really get to see the absolute full value. And I actually lose that round. I cannot believe that loss. That's the problem with boot there, is that it just, like, all the chip damage caused my team to just slowly wither away. And then all the boots just chain reaction kill everything. And it's just really difficult to deal with. But I guess I'll take the level 2 Stego, and then Highland Cow, also a great Stego buff target, because if I happen to get the 30/30 on the Highland Cow, then I get another like 15/15 Golden Retriever spawn. But it could also hit the, okay, well, it did nothing. Oh, the Stego died, and the weakness, oh, I didn't even see that. But the weakness on the Sabretooth made it so the Stego didn't actually buff it. And yeah, so that ended in a loss. I'm going to show you some other runs that I also did because I just think it's really fun to see, and I didn't get to like show it off in the full effect. Here we have turn 11, so the entire team is going to be coconuts. Unfortunately, it's only level 2 and a third, but it's still a massive raccoon. And I actually have level 3 hatching chick, which was crazy because I got 2 level 2s. And here we go, all the coconuts. Wish I could have stolen that one, but still going to be a win because of the Octo, it looks like. And +1 experience plus the chocolate means I can get level 3 this turn. And now this is perfect. Exactly what I want to see. And I guess next turn I can go for level 2 T-Rex, I guess. It's interesting having level 3 Hatching Chick because it gives less stats than level 2 Hatching Chick. But of course experience can be sometimes very helpful. Usually you just get it super late, so at that point you don't really have everything, or you have like most of the levels. But stealing that melon, stealing some coconuts, just beautiful to see, and another solid win. Unfortunately, that run lost very quick after, so I'll show you one more run, and this is the run that actually won. I got the action figure on turn 7 again. I tried quite a few attempts, and I could not get a single run that got double action figure. Every single time it was just a single one, and I was a little disappointed. I don't know why I unfroze that pill there. Oh, that's right. I'm looking for banana, because banana is going to be for the early monkey to get that scaling. Instead, looks like I'm going to take a skunk. I don't really need to pill it here. Like, now I have 2 gold, which is kind of awkward, but I can sell the lobster and I guess take a sea lion. Yeah, that seems reasonable enough. Get the extra 1 HP a turn. But I could very easily die to just a front unit. Luckily, it's a 4 squad, so they all have coconuts, and I'm going to steal all of their coconuts, and a huge difference maker. For sure, the difference between winning and losing there, as pretty much it's going to be that case in every round, I feel like. But another sea lion, that's plus 2 HP a turn. And then, I guess, garlic the camel, or maybe the skunk. I mean, the skunk's definitely going to stick around, and I guess the camel might go. So maybe that was the reasoning here. And then a peacock, but the skunk, but it lives by 1 HP, which is all you need when you're stealing coconuts. And another good round right there. And then just showing the final round just to show that I actually did manage to win. I went with the Highland cow in front there. And then don't mind the random level 1.5 pillbug in the back. Sometimes I'm just going for achievements. Because if you have a good enough team, you can just try to slot in something instead of your weakest. And there we go, a solid Raccoon win. And thanks for watching. See ya.